So you're looking to get a 590 Timberwolf? Well, stay tuned, because you might consider getting the 620 after this video, especially if you plan on just building your 590 into a 620. At least West Coast saws, they don't make 590 dogs. You've got to get the 620 option, and then you got to get a clutch cover, because this is for a 620. This outer dog spike, you could just mount them here, and but the problem is you'll have to do a little bit of work to make them to where they're not on an angle pointed down. It's definitely going to follow the curve of this cover here. And I've seen a lot of you guys, I had the spikes that run through there too. I just modified it and put it on a different saw. Let's talk about cost here. I spent $100 on this full wrap. I got this from RC Chop Shop. Guys are great. They always work with me. I don't know if it's a lady or a guy. They gave me a good deal on it. And then I spent $100 on this clutch cover. So now we're at 200 bucks. Spent about 60 bucks on these dogs. Another 60 on this deflector. The saws, they're $500 for these saws plus tax. So it's like 600 bucks after everything's said and done. And I got this Redbeard filter kit, and I just cleaned it the other day. I haven't really ran it since I cleaned it, but works great. I'd really recommend this one, especially because you can use your original cover here. I spent $65 on that. Investment. Gearhead does make a gasket kit for your air filter on these 590s and 620s, but I was still getting fines in my saw. Wouldn't recommend it. Gearhead Performance Timing Advance Key. Cast aluminum. It seemed like mine just broke when I was installing it. I've spent $1,200 on the saw for everything. If you bought all this stuff and just bought a 620, even off Home Depot website, you'd probably be looking at just over $1,000 bucks. So you're gonna save money, and you're gonna have a bigger carb. Supposedly the coil's unlimited or what, but you'll get a bigger performance gain, and it'll have an anti-lean nozzle, which I did install. It was only 10 bucks, but it's a pain in the butt. Now, if you're gonna build a 590, if you get a 590 cheap, or if you already have one laying around, I understand that. Building it into one, I always use RIT dye. I don't spray paint my plastics, guys. For you guys that don't really mess with saws, you can just dye them with RIT dye. So that was like 10 bucks. Like I said, you guys are better off just getting a 620 right off the bat. Guys will be saying, oh, these poured up better. I don't know how true that is, because it's the same saw. From the factory, this thing makes like 4 horsepower. So after you poured it up and you gain 2 horsepower, let's say you end up with 6 horses after you port this saw. And then let's say you poured up a 620 and it's already making about 5.5 horses, maybe a little bit less, and you poured it up and it makes 6. That's really what people are talking about. This isn't, a 590 isn't gonna make more power than a 620 unless you poured it differently and do, different work to it. But if you make the saws identical, port timing, same pistons, even if you use the 590 piston in the 590 and the 620 piston in the 620, and you made them both the same port numbers, as close as you could, chances are the 620 is going to outperform it. Why is that? Because it has a bigger carb and unlimited coil. Don't quote me on the unlimited coil, but it's just a little better than the 590 coil. You guys are in the market for a 590 and you're like, man, maybe I should just get a 620. Yes, you should just get a 620. People are asking 150 for these, 200 bucks. I've seen these going for the full wraps with the plastic part on it. A lot of times, like I said, they don't have that plastic part, and then you'll have to source that. This saw is a 590, but it's been built up, man. It's got a little red barn, pop-up piston. For a 590, I'd recommend getting the 620 double ring ones, because they have more ability to stay, parallel with the piston or the chamber when it's going up and down. And when it, doesn't stay exactly straight up and down, obviously that's pretty much impossible. But when it does really rub on the sides, it gets rid of all like the honing in the cylinder, and then you will have just a smooth finish, nothing else. But I always run 40 to 1 on all my saws. Sometimes I'll even run 32 to 1. Great saw. It's got to be making good power, over 6 horsepower, I'd say. And I had to lighten up the piston quite a bit. Base gasket delete. I think I got 99 on the exhaust, 80 on the intake, and then like, I can't remember what the transfers were. They were like 123 or something like that. But saw runs great, phenomenally. Price is everything. If you guys can get an Echo for really cheap, like a 590, sure, build it into one. I wouldn't recommend it unless you can get a good deal on a 590, go that route. And then build it up. And then some of you guys don't even need the whole full wrap. When you're felling trees, it's just a whole lot easier to just flip the saw over and just use the full wrap instead of going to the other side of the tree. In some cases, you can't go to the other side of the tree. You just got to flip your saw over. Making your back cut this way, that becomes very awkward, man. It's easier to do the back cut for me like this. Just put your hand on it and come like the saw was meant to be. Like most guys say, it's better if you stay on the same side of the tree when you're felling a tree. You have less chances of it to roll or do something weird when you stay on one side. And when you start jumping to other sides and doing all this extra stuff, you're increasing the chances of something weird happening. That's because you're possibly changing the angle of where you're standing, how you're looking at it, all that stuff. I'm sure there's a lot more science to it. I spent so much money on this saw. I could have went and got a OEM Husqvarna 390. That's a saw I really want to get. Upcoming projects, I have a Husqvarna that I'm building. Basically, it's a Steel 440 MS044 clone. It's not the newer one like the 440, because if you look at the plastics, it looks just like a 044.